But there's also another part to you. If you're not busy enough already, is it 40-something runner?
Yeah.
Where are you with this now? How many miles? How much money have you raised?
Right. So, I've always ran. I've always been a runner. It's always been like under the radar. I'm a bit of a grey man. I've done it for me. But then, talking to Katie Gibson from Bereavement Centre and Rachel, who was there, who's now left, I did a charity run for them, and he said, "Oh, I didn't realise you was a runner." I was like, "Yeah," and it was just like, "Oh, we've got 20 years coming. You know, do you want to do something?" So we sort of brainstormed. It was like, "Oh, we'll do 20 years of Bereavement Centre. Let's do 20 events, trying to raise £20,000,
Yep.
which was a massive figure. But we did think that it was doable because
Yep.
some of the challenges were pretty crazy.
Yeah, they were.
I did the 20 challenges last year. I was just a little bit under £10,000, so I decided to do 20 for 20 unfinished business this year. So to carry on, we've got it over £10,000 now. Fundraising is really difficult, so we've left it. The page is still open, but we've got over 10 grand. I'm happy at that. It's been hard, and my last run for the Bereavement Centre, for the time being, not forever, was yesterday. So that's finished the 20 for 20 unfinished business.
Before we talk about that, I do feel like we just need to talk about the other run that you did. That was a run that then was in an aeroplane, and then another run. So you ran from your home to where?
I ran from my house in Newark to Langer Airfield, which is like 20 odd mile.
Then you jumped in a plane.
Went in the plane, did a skydive, and then ran 20 miles back.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you? You know, after
Why
you've
not?
just done a skydive.
It's
I mean,
nice-
for
nice
most
day.
people, that skydive is, you know, a big thing. You ran there and then ran back. I think that's absolutely incredible. And actually, again, I actually don't know anyone that's done anything like that.
Do you
It's
know what?
bonkers.
We sort of thought about what can we do, because I did quite a lot of like epic challenges in the 20 for 20s. It's like, right, we need to do something that's like even more different to that. And
At what point after you'd said that and the words came out your mouth did you just think, oh, this is a crazy idea? Quite quickly.
I'm not, to be fair, I'm not a massive fan of heights. I've done a lot of skydives, but I don't like heights.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty big deal for me. I'm not disappointed, but I thought it would have attracted a lot more attention than it did, as in like people to chuck some cash in.
Yeah,
but
you shouldn't be disappointed. I think we've talked about this before, and I think that the difficulty is
difficult.
we're in a small town, and there's only so many times you can
once
go
you've been
and
around
ask.
people, that's
20 challenges was bonkers. The amount of different things that you did, whether it was, you know, a longer run or an ultra marathon, whether it was a half marathon. Some of these things were crazy, but I mean, there's only so much you can do. And actually, achieving £10,000, you should be massively proud of yourself with that one.
Just sort of knowing what 50 quid and £100 sort of the donation does and how much it helps them and with counselling sessions and so on. So to get 10 grand for them is brilliant. So
It's an amazing achievement, and you're right. I mean, you've also done it at the cost of living crisis, so at a time where people are spending less money on charities in terms of donations, because, you know, all their bills are going up and they're more focused on that, which is understandable. It's not ideal for charities, but that is a real issue right across the board. So to hit 10,000 and above is fantastic. Where can people, if they want to go and throw a few more quid into
if people would like to, if they've listened to this and haven't donated and have, or would like to donate more because they didn't realise that I've done extra challenges, it's Just Giving page is CBC 20 for 20. It's on my 40-something runner Facebook page and Instagram page, and it's on the Children's Bereavement Centre website as well.
Bro. And I tell you what we can do is when we post this out and do it on the socials, we can actually get some of those links underneath and just mention that as well.
Cool.
Which is great. Obviously, you were just about to talk about the latest event that you did, which I got to share with you. I was going to call you a running buddy at one point, but I was about an hour behind you, so definitely not a running buddy.
Were you ever actually running together?
No.
That's okay.
No, he was at the front with the elite.
No, I wasn't. No.
You were really good. You did it in 1:39 or something. The half marathon. So this is the Robin Hood half marathon, we got to we got to go in the same event, put it that way. You were doing it in 1:39. I was doing it slower and just.
I don't think you should undersell yourself, Simon.
No,
2 hours 20, I think you said you'd done it in, which is still pretty amazing for somebody that had 3 weeks' notice.
I think I got 4 weeks. Four weeks notice. 4 weeks. I stepped in last minute, but yeah, I mean, I was happier kind of going around and just grabbing some of the jelly babies and Starburst that some of the people were handing out.
Is it also fair that you're the only runner who had 2 numbers?
Yes. Well, no, because I think that was the really special
Very
runners.
special.
Very special.
Only for special runners.
Very special, yes. No comment. But no, that was a good event, and it was great to have you doing that. Daniel Otten from Buttercross, who also sits on our committee as well, and we were there with the Children's Bereavement Centre. So we saw Katie from the Bereavement Centre yesterday, and it was a great event, wasn't it? It was good.
It was. I mean, for me, that was the first marathon that I'd ran. I think it was 2021 was the Robin Hood Marathon. Right. It was marathon and half marathon. So I don't really run road marathons, but I still like to do that one. Because it is nice, and the course has changed over the years, but I just like to do that one. But I was equally proud to see you and Daniel complete that marathon, and I kept saying to you, don't worry about times or anything, neither of you have sort of done that distance. It's a big achievement to run half marathon, it's a big achievement to run 5 or 10k. So the both of you, seeing both of you before and after, I was really elated that, it's a big achievement. And
before and after, you mean like broken afterwards and
well,
emotionally, physically.
Yeah, but again, it's something. I mean, like today, what a reflection.
Yeah.
For you, now knowing that you've woken up and said, oh, wow, I've done that. What a great feeling.
No, and I think we talk about collaboration a lot on this show. We talk about kind of working together. It felt like actually, again, the Bereavement Centre were there. They were very much trying to look after us. But you as well. I mean, you reached out to me a number of times and went, don't forget you can do it. And it was just that support, that extra. I wasn't doing it alone. And actually, physically I was doing it with Daniel. But actually, what was really interesting going round. I mean, Nottingham itself. Lots of different cultures. Yeah. But every corner you turned, there would be, a Caribbean band with drums. There was a brass band with a trumpet, and then you go around the corner and someone had a speaker playing drum and bass, and there was probably not 200-300 meters without support, was there? So it was great to do, and obviously great to have a few people from the Newark Business Club Committee do it as well.
Yep, definitely.
Well, congratulations to the pair of you for doing that. Really well done. And Scott, really appreciate you joining us today.
Yeah, no problems.
But Scott, you're not going yet, right?